Hi, I'm Eric Paulson, Director of the CBIC, and today I'm going to show you the basic operation of our GC mass spec. This instrument uses gas chromatography, which feeds into a single quad mass spectrometer. It's most suited to volatile molecules, typically with a molecular weight less than 500. It can also be used to analyze mixtures of different compounds. Your sample should be prepared in your lab in a septum top vial, such as this. Several different kinds of vials are available, and some have conical bottoms which are suitable for smaller volumes of material. The concentration you need depends on which analytical method you're going to use on the instrument, but typically the concentration needs to be somewhere between micromolar to millimolar. Place your prepared sample vial in the sample changer. Be aware that the location numbers increase from the center outward, so the next location after 5 is 6 back here. Now let's go over to the computer and set up our experiment. The GCMS window should already be running, but if it isn't, you can start it from the icon on the desktop. The method you'd use depends on whether there's a sample running on the sample changer already or not. If there's no sample running, then you need to go to the Sequence menu and select Edit Sequence. It will bring up the sample log table, and what you need to do is fill in each of the columns with the appropriate information. The type column should have the sample or blank option. Normally it's the sample option. The vial should be the location in the sample changer, the number of that location. The sample column should be the name of your sample. The method column should indicate the GCMS method that you're going to use. We have a number of standard methods, which you can see here, labeled A through J. If these are not appropriate, please talk to CBIC staff and we can help you create a custom method. Next column is the data file, and it's basically the same information as the sample, except you should be sure not to use any characters such as colons that are not able to be saved to the hard drive in the file name. The comment/keyword string can be left blank or can be used to fill in a comment about your sample. The remaining columns can be left with their default values unless you have a specific reason to change them. Once you've filled in all the columns, select OK. And then to run the sequence, you need to go back to the Sequence menu and select Run Sequence. It will bring up this menu. Fill in the entries if you wish, and then select Run Sequence. If a sample is already running, you should see the window highlighted in yellow at the bottom of the screen. Click on the Edit button to bring up the sample log table. Fill in the entries as before, and when you're satisfied, select OK. The automatic sample changer will pick up your vial and load it into the instrument. It's normal for the sample changer to make a number of what appear to be unnecessary movements. Don't worry, this is normal behavior. The sample changer is going to wash the syringe several times before it loads your sample. To help prevent any sort of clogging of the syringe, be sure that the sample wash vial has an appropriate level of wash solvent already in it. If there's a problem with the syringe, please contact CBIC staff rather than trying to adjust the syringe yourself, because an improperly loaded syringe can be damaged by the instrument. After the sample is loaded by the sample changer, you'll see a window pop up that asks whether you want to override the solvent delay. Generally, you should select No. As the warning indicates, if you select Yes, it will start collecting data, but you may observe the solvent peak, which will put a very big strain on the mass spec detector and can shorten the lifetime of the filament, causing it to burn out prematurely. To view or analyze your data, you need to use a different part of the program. If the window's not already open, you can open it by selecting the GCMS data analysis icon. If you want to look at the sample while it's currently running, go to File, Take Snapshot, and you'll get a snapshot of what is running on the instrument currently. In this case, we're just seeing noise because there are no peaks coming out. If you want to look at a data set that's already been taken, then go to the file browser and load a particular data set that's already been taken. The right mouse button can be used to select mass spectrometers at different times during the chromatogram. You can either double-click on a location, or you can use the right mouse button and draw a box around an area, and this will add all of the mass spec for all of those peaks in that area. You can also do a database search on the mass spec. To do that, make sure you have whatever mass spectrum you want to analyze loaded, and then go to Spectrum and select NIST Search. It will show a number of hits in the database ranked from the most likely match to less and less likely matches. On this side, it shows your data in red and the database data in blue, so you can judge by eye whether there are any differences that are significant or not. It also shows information about the molecule in the database, see the structure and some of the different properties. When you're finished with the instrument, please make sure to fill out the clipboard, noting the date, your name, your lab, and how many samples you ran. That about covers the basic operations of our GCMS instrument. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to ask a member of the CBIC staff during your in-person training session, or you can find one of us in the CBIC during normal business hours. Thanks for watching.